Tell me a little bit about Sensei Elite. I mean, as you probably know, we see so many of these things now, and you think,
Right.
not another AI one. Yeah. What is it, Mike? Why is it different?
So Sensei Elite, so let's start with the problem because we're Lean Six Sigma practitioners, right?
Right.
So what problem am I trying to solve with it? Well, the problem is project failure rate. And that failure can happen simply not finishing a project or the project not sustaining and returning back to its original state. Those are two modes of failure that's common within our world. We've seen a very high, I can testify from my perspective, a very high percentage of those projects that fall into that category. Some say as high as 40, 60%, often failing between the measure and analyze phase simply because if you do those wrong, then everything that happens downstream is really going to go bad, right? You know, it's a garbage in, garbage out. So what Sensei Elite does, we know that Lean Six Sigma or Lean or Six Sigma, it doesn't matter which one, it's a practical approach, right? You have to do it in order to learn it. Okay. Training will only give you awareness. In order to do it, you need a coach. You need somebody there. And honestly, the biggest challenge I've seen with coaching is one, coaches are overloaded, having multiple trainees and multiple projects to coach. And organizations are willing to invest in training, $2,000 or pounds or whatever it may be in a Greenbelt class, but they're less hesitant to invest in the number of coaches it takes in order to effectively teach and guide a person through Lean Six Sigma. So that's the problem I'm tackling with this. So Sensei Elite is actually a coaching platform. Now, it has two platforms, one for the practitioner that literally takes the practitioner through DMAIC, but here's my rule of thumb, it never gives the answer. It always takes a Socratic approach. So when you enter the problem, like doing a problem solving or problem statement, it's going to say, so how is this problem affecting your business? It's trying to get you to think about how to create a problem statement. So to our point earlier, one of the risks was about losing critical thinking skill. Yeah. This is trying to reinforce critical thinking skills while at the same time teaching a person to go through the DMAIC process, but it's actually a companion for the coach because the coach can actually see the progress.
But it's something that, you know, I'm always concerned that, you know, Greenbelts doing their training, doing it at home, just going to Gemini, Claude, whatever, and saying, ask the question, it gives the answer. What you're saying, the difference about Sensei Elite, it raises questions to the person that's asking to make them think of what they've been trained and really dig down like the 5 whys till that person themselves comes up with the answer because it's been stepped out. And that's the bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Every phase and every tool within the phase has a very specific knowledge database that says, A, this is what this tool is for and what this phase is for. B, this is the order of which you tackle this tool and every element within the tool. Yeah. C, when you're talking to the AI knows these are the questions that you should ask. These are the questions you can't ask, so the guardrails. Okay. And it has all that embedded knowledge in it, and it's growing every day, by the way. So the more use it comes out of it, it better understands what it should do the next time if that situation arises.
Does he get any information sent to him that what the student's been asking about, or does he get any type of report?
The master black belt or the coach in this particular case has their own application that is connected to the database of the practitioner. So the master black belt can see progress, every tool, physically see the tools that they've created. They cannot see the chatting that's happening because there's a lot of back and forth and learning there that may not be completely value added. But if I'm sure you've been in the situation of being a coach where you get reached out to, or you reach out to one of your practitioners and you're saying, well, send me all your charter and all your artifacts and I'll take a look at them and we'll then have a meeting. So it gets rid of all of that. All the messages and all the correspondence are in one place between the students and the coach. I want to make it very clear because people are worried about privacy and data. Yeah. One, in my particular applications in Sensei Elite, that data is not used for learning all the data is private. In other words, you as a practitioner have to agree to let the coach see your artifact, right? And if for whatever reason you decide that you no longer want to do it, you hit a button, you get all your outputs back to you, and the sort of the database is cleared, if you will.